Well, hello truckers. It is a beautiful day for trucking in the USA. Today we are finally escaping Maryland. I have been here for 11 days with everything that's gone on in this last couple of loads here. So very happy, very anxious to get out of here. I just got my permits. We're putting her in gear and going. So you got to get through their little security gate out here because they make you pay to park here. But I did a bunch of work to the truck, so hopefully that'll mitigate the need to pay them for the time I spent here. Got loaded yesterday. I really didn't shoot any video yesterday. I wasn't in a very good mood with the way things have been going here, as I'm sure you guys can understand. That's an awful long time to be sitting in one place like this. So now we're getting on out of here and get this thing on over to Kentucky. I want to get this thing delivered tomorrow is my goal. I want to have an unload and a reload tomorrow is what I'm hoping to do. So I'm going to give this thing everything I've got to get it absolutely far as I've got tonight. Let's see here. We've got 608 miles to go. It's about 12:39 local time. So yeah, it's going to be a good hard push to get to where I need to be tomorrow because you know, I'm going to be knocking on the door of sunset here pretty quick. So it's only 10:30 in the morning for me, being from Montana, but that's just the way it goes. You know, we got the time zone shift, which Kentucky is in Central Time, so I will pick up an hour there. That's going to help quite a bit. I'm going to try and be really close to being, or actually, excuse me, I can't remember. No, it might not be. It might be on Eastern Time. It might be on Eastern Time. It's been a while since I've been to Kentucky. I can't really remember. So I'm going to get through the gate here. You guys can see I've got the external cameras rolling right now. And we're just kind of doing the switch between what view is the most interesting dance here. And I will check in with you guys from West Virginia. we are, West Virginia. I never thought I'd be so happy to see that sign, but yeah, after being in Maryland for 11 days, I'm really, really, really happy to see that Welcome to West Virginia sign. So, got 415 miles to go. We're putting it down pretty hard now. We've been running all day here, but 68, 70 being as steep as it is, and haven't been making very good time. So, hope I can get down on a 64. 64 is a lot flatter road. Get out there and just kind of let her all hang out, so we can make a little bit of time here, because sunset is going to be at 8:48 p.m. is what it's telling me. We're going to call it 9 o'clock because we'll probably pick up another 10 minutes. That means I can run until 9:30. The local time is now 5:30, so 5 to 9, that gives us about another 4 hours of running that I can do. So we really need to get out there in that lowland and start cooking, because we got some tracks to make. I'm way behind where I wanted to be, but that's just the issue with running out here in all these hills and being heavy like this. It really slows you down, and it takes literally twice as long as it would if it was flatter. So kind of hate coming this way, this heavy. I mean, it wasn't so bad way back in my step decking days when I used to come out here a lot, because that truck just had a lot of power and it was never that heavy, so he'd just go flying over the top of this like nobody's business. So I do kind of miss that. When we get Red back out here, and I'm pulling a step deck with it for a while, I'll be doing some of that. You know, it's kind of, I'm under the gun right now because I'm playing catch up. You know, after 11 days down, I'm getting caught back up on money here. It's kind of got to where it's hurt me. So we're going to give it everything it got, and hopefully we can make it through. And I'm really hoping, because how this is going to work is I've got a load that I'm picking up that's 49 miles from where we're delivering this tomorrow, and then once I get that load on the trailer, I'm taking that into Wisconsin, and then out of Wisconsin I'm going to be running back for Maryland. So, or excuse me, I'm going to Michigan and then back to Maryland. So that's going to be a pretty good little trek. I mean, I'm going to be all the way up to the UP, and I have actually not been to the UP before. I mean, I've been to the lower Michigan, been all over lower Michigan, but I've never been to the UP, so that is going to be an interesting experience. I don't know which way I'm going to wind up going down yet, so we shall see. But kind of looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it all the way back to Baltimore on Friday in time to unload or not. That's a pretty tall order of business. I'm going to get up first thing tomorrow, knock out as many miles as I can. It's like 500 some odd miles to where I'm delivering in Wisconsin. My goal is to be unloaded and reloaded before noon and on my way. That was a really bad wreck. That one was really bad.
I'll get over up here when I can get up. Thanks much, guy. Yeah, everybody's moving there.
morning, everybody. Last night, as you saw from the video there, I ran into an accident, and that totally pooched me for everything I wanted to do. Sat in that for quite a while, and it just meant not going anywhere fast. So we're back at it this morning. I didn't get up super early. I got on the road at 7 my time, which was 8 local, or actually 9 local. And just got moving. I got all the time in the world because I know I'm not going to deliver in Baltimore on Friday now. It's going to be a Monday delivery, so I'm just going to plan around that, and we'll be good to go here. What I'm hoping I can do today, obviously I'm going to unload, reload. I mean, that's going to be easy enough. I'm going to try and deliver tomorrow and then pick up on Friday, and then going to work my way down back over to Baltimore. I need to be through Pennsylvania by noon on Saturday, so I've got to be a little expeditious with what I do there, and then I can be out there to deliver Monday. So that's where we're at right now. It shouldn't be too bad of a deal. It's only 1,100 miles from where I'm delivering up to where I'm picking up, so that'll happen. Hello. Hey, how we doing? Yeah. So, I'm having PDI do the whole motor. I know that they're going to put a new clutch in it, and they're doing the flywheel and everything else to all that. So.
Arriving at 13090 Aiken Road 3 on the right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll just have to see there, but that's about what I was needing to know. So I appreciate it, and I'll get in touch with you as soon as we're ready to do it. Alright. Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, so we are empty on that one. We're going over to grab the next one now. I'm 27 miles away. I just realized I didn't even get any pictures of that machine on the trailer. That's how short of a period of time it was on here. So we got her loaded up and done, and it's been real rainy, so I really wasn't wanting to get out and take any, but it wasn't anything special, just a crawler, just an excavator, no arm on it. So we got her loaded up, unloaded. We're on our way now to go get loaded up again. Now we're going over, it's funny, all this has been John Deere equipment so far. I'm going to pick up a John Deere front end loader. The one we just dropped off was a 470 track hoe, and it didn't have the boom or bucket or anything on it, so and it's still, you know, over 70,000 pounds, so pretty good little load there. All right, everybody, well, I am loaded. We kicked its butt. I got out of there pretty fast. I was not there very long at all. I'm going to stop up here, do my logbook, get a plan together, and then we are going to kick it, stick it over to the truck stop here, and go get on out of here. We got to get permits ordered and everything because we are oversized on this machine. Not too bad. We're only about 10 feet wide, so that's a real good deal. Just, you know, having the experience I have, it really pays off today because there's this other truck here that you guys could see in the video from as the truck's starting to pull out here. And I don't want you to think that I'm like talking bad about this guy. I'm not. I'm just saying, you know, this is you know, years of experience talking. When you've done it for a long time, you can get in there really fast, get something secured, and get out of there in a hurry. And that's what it's all about in this business, is speed. You know, which he's almost done, but I beat him by probably 10 or 15 minutes. And I had a heavier machine to secure, which meant more chains. I mean, he did have to put 2 straps over the bucket, but you know, it's not that much of a different of a securement job on that. And he actually had his machine on the trailer before I did, and they loaded it for him. I loaded it myself. So if I'd have waited for him to get done and then waited for the guys, you know, I'd still be sitting over there, and he'd be waiting on me. He'd be asking me if I could move my truck so that he could get out of there. So that's, you know, sometimes being able to run this equipment, it'll save you a lot of time. I was able to get it on, and then instead of setting the boom all the way down, so I'm up trying to get underneath the loader boom, I had that machine all the way up in the air so I could get underneath there, move around just as I needed to, do what I had to do, and then I got out from underneath it, got her set down, boom, we were done. So it's the little things like that that really save you some time. Now, what I will say is if you are going to be crawling around underneath the loader boom like that, you want to take the bucket and tip it all the way forward so it's pointing straight down, because if something happens, like let's say a hydraulic line breaks and that boom comes down, you want that bucket to stop it so it doesn't come down on top of you. You know, that's the whole idea there. And I mean, the chances of that happening are slim, but it has happened to people before, and that's why, you know, the cautionary tale is there. So just let's get on out of here. I'm gonna get my log done. We're gonna run over to the truck stop. I'm gonna get a shower, get cleaned up, and then we're gonna have to wait for curfew, which is over at, I believe, 6 o'clock, which is actually 4 o'clock my time. So not too bad of a deal today. I'll still have most of the afternoon to run here. We're gonna, and then I got a little bit of a tricky run tonight because I've got to get up through Indy, and I don't want to get stuck on the south side of Indy, because if I do, then I can't go through till after curfew in the morning, which is going to cause a whole lot of issues there. So I want to be out the other side of Indy if I can, and we're going to have, there's a little tiny truck stop I know of over there. I'm really shooting for that. I'd really like to make it all the way to Oakwood, Illinois, but I don't think I'm going to have the hours to do that. I think the day will just be too short. But if I can at least get to the other side of Indy, that'd be a beautiful thing. I can get over there, get parked, and we'll be able to start again in the morning nice and early, instead of waiting for curfew to be over or sitting at the truck stop or whatever. I mean, I might only make it, you know, just south of town. We're just going to have to see how everything goes yet. I mean, because I still got to get permits yet, and I can't go without permits. So if I don't get permits, I might just be stuck here until the morning. So we'll have to see what happens. So we'll catch up with y'all later. Good morning. It is now Thursday morning. I am just leaving Kentucky, where I stayed at that pilot. Didn't make it any further than that because we didn't even get permits until this morning. So finally got all my permits. GPS all programmed. We have 737 miles to go to delivery. So we got a pretty fur piece to drive yet. I'm probably only going to make it to the Flying J at the Wisconsin-Illinois state line there on I-39. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it any further than that because, you know, it's, well, it's 11:53 Central Time right now. So, yeah, I mean, I'm only getting started at noon here. So that's a pretty long drive to have to knock out in that many hours, especially considering how much two-lane running I've got to do on this, because there's a lot of it because I'm oversized and there's a lot of construction in Indiana. So, and there's some in Illinois on 39 too. So I'm guessing that I will not be able to go any further than that little truck stop there. So kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I just got to deal with it. My main concern right now actually is curfew in Indy. I'm right up against the wall on that because it's actually 1 o'clock here in Central Time. So that's kind of screwing things up for me. So, you know, it might not happen. I might not even get as far as I want to get. You know, I may get shut down south of Indy there. So that's going to suck if that comes to be. But whatever it is, I just got to deal with it. The big concern at this point is we're getting a little short on time, for one, to get reloaded tomorrow, and for two, to be able to be where we need to be. So I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm just hoping that there's a bear in the middle. I'm only going 57 to 70. I don't think you can mess with me. But that's what the big concern is, because also if I'm going to deliver on Monday, I have to be through Pennsylvania by noon on Saturday, and that's a good fur piece of driving. So I don't know that that's going to happen. That's just kind of the way everything's laying out here. So the things that kind of happened this week have really screwed up my day on the back end. You know, getting stuck waiting on permits in Baltimore, and then getting stuck last night because I mean I was shut down at 3 o'clock yesterday. It was a really short day. I could have basically, because at 3 o'clock here is 5 o'clock, or 3 o'clock in Mountain Time is 5 o'clock Central or Eastern. And so I could have rolled, several more hours yesterday. I could have been north of Indy easily if I'd have got permits, but unfortunately that's what we got going. So that's where we are. So we'll and get her on down the road here. It kind of got me running the long way around too. It's kind of bobs and weaves out there, a lot of territory there. You guys have already seen this in some of my videos, or some of it anyways. I'm not going to do a whole lot of external video today, simply because I haven't downloaded memory cards yet. I forgot to do it last night while I was just sitting here, and now it's a little late to do it, so that is what it is. What I'm concerned about is if I get caught in Indy, I don't know where I'm going to be able to make it to. I mean, I know there's still the truck stops on the north side of Indy, but if I don't make it through Indianapolis by curfew, I may wind up having to sit the entire evening in Indiana and not be able to leave till tomorrow, which means it could even put me in trouble for getting unloaded. So I really hope that doesn't happen, but that's what we're up against. So we'll have to see what happens here. Well, we're out here in Indiana on the 2-lane doing my thing. I can only run 35 miles an hour, lots of traffic, and I'm getting a little worried because I have to be out the other side of Indy in 1 hour, and we got a long ways to go. It says we can be to the state line on the other side at 411. Which is 196 miles away. I don't know how feasible that is. We're still a pretty good long ways away from there. So, I mean, I just put the state line in here. I wish I'd have thought about it in the GPS and put the curfew start zone in there and, you know, where it ends. That way I'd have some mile markers to work with there. So I'm just kind of winging it right now, but I know that, you know, I've got an hour to be on the north side of the loop in Indianapolis or I'm in big trouble. So we just have to see what happens. I mean, we're up to 45 miles an hour now. I can start pushing it. It's another 19 miles, and then I make a couple of twisty turns, and then I get back onto the interstate. And then I think it's another 40 or 50 miles, whatever it is, so from up there. Ooh, there's that old Chevy truck like I used to have. That's a nice truck. It's not 4x4, though. Yeah, I know way too much about pickups. I love those old Chevys, and I've had too many of them. I could see a truck driving by, I can tell you, yeah, that's about a 95 to a 98, you know, maybe up to a 2000 crew cab dually, two-wheel drive, gas motor. Just driving by on the side of the road. But as it were, though, we'll have to see how, you know, I'm either going to have good news or bad news, because if I don't get through Indy, what it means is by the time 6 o'clock rolls around and I can run out the other side of Indy, I have to get out and get to a parking space on the other side and then start again in the morning once curfew's over. Or, no, excuse me, not curfew, but, you know, once sunrise happens, which is, you know, your nighttime curfew. You got to get in there and then get out again, which means that, you know, I'll have some issues there. Well, I got cut off by curfew in Indy. Just making that last burn right now to get where I need to be, so we can get in here and get this thing delivered tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to make my reload at this juncture. We're hurting pretty bad on time. I might make it, but man, it's we're still almost 500 miles away, so it's going to be difficult to make that happen. I mean, I'm going all the way up to northern Wisconsin. I'm just at the Indiana-Illinois state line right now, so we're dealing with a good hard push here. I've only got about 30 minutes worth of daylight left. I'm 24 miles from the truck stop, so I'm going to make it okay on that as far as getting in before sunset. But yeah, it's I did make it about an hour further than I was planning on, though, you know, having to deal with this, so that's good. You know, I'll pick up a little bit there, but tomorrow is going to be a really hard day because I'm going to have to get up real early, and I have to be perfect tomorrow. I can't have anything go wrong, or we're pooched for the whole weekend. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. I'm in Illinois running down the road. I'm on I-39. Got up early and got after it. I'm still a little bit groggy. I did not want to get out of bed this morning. I had some guy spend last night, half the night, trying to pull into a parking spot up there. Woke me up because he had this really screeching, annoying backup alarm on his truck. He just kept backing in, pulling up, backing in, pulling up, backing in, pulling up, and hitting the air brakes. And then he'd get him pumped down where the brakes would lock up, and he's sitting there revving up the motor, trying to get it to do it. And the damn switch on his backup alarm stuck, and his damn fan belt's squealing. So he's just making all this racket about it's like 1:30, 2:30 in the morning. I don't remember exactly what time it was, but it woke me up and it kept me up for quite a while. And just, some people, you know, they got no common courtesy to think about what it is that they're doing, you know, and he was having a really hard time hitting this parking space. And, you know, he could have gone into the truck stop, swung around, there were other parking spaces in there he could have hit no problem. I mean, but now he's sitting there, it's a screeching fan belt and backup alarm that won't shut off. So even when he put it in forward gear, the backup alarm wouldn't shut off. I think what happened is the switch for the reverse light's stuck. And so he's just sitting there, and even once he stopped the truck, the alarm's still going off, and it's going off, and it's going off, and it's going off. And, it was not a good night. It was not a good night. So I am right now 343 miles from delivery. I am 88 miles from the Wisconsin line. Swissconsin. I must have cheese on the brain this morning. Swissconsin. It's about 88 miles from the Wisconsin state line right now. Got to go do the little 2-lane trucking up through Illinois here to go around where they got 39 tore up right now. And then that dumps us off right there at the border where we come back to 39. Then I run up a good ways in Wisconsin and do a whole lot of 2-lane trucking up there. So, you know, this route was only like 500 and some odd miles on the shortest route, but when you count the way we had to go with permits and everything, it actually brought it up over 700. So it added a couple hundred miles to this trip. So it is going to be a good feeling to get this machine off the trailer and get on to the next one. Well, having other little adventures today. Just got up to 49 and 41 where they meet there. And, you know, the CB's going crazy, and I'm kind of looking around. I'm seeing traffic's backed up for miles here. I'm out of memory space on the camera, so I can't record it anymore. But they got construction going on up there, and this backup's been going on for 10, 12 miles now. It's getting pretty intense. And the thing is, I got to the ramp that I was supposed to take to go north, and it's got cones and signs across it, and the ramp's closed. Well, they had to pour some concrete down there yesterday, I guess. And I just got lucky that they were about ready to tear it down and let everybody back through, so I had to sit there for, about an hour and a half. And I was able to get back on the road. And the big thing is, though, is it now puts me where I'm not going to get where I'm going until 5:30. And so I've got to get in there, get this machine delivered, go up, get reloaded, and then work on coming back. So it's going to be a little bit of an adventure here. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Well, good morning. We just crossed over the border into Michigan. I actually slipped in Michigan last night, but you go back through Wisconsin for a little ways on the way that I came up here, so we just went through Wisconsin and then back into Michigan again. So right now we're 66 miles from where we're picking up, and should be in there about an hour from now. Shouldn't be too bad of a roll. And we'll get on over there and get this machine thrown on the trailer, and then get on out of here and try and get all the way over. It's about 1,507 miles to run from where I'm at right now, so it's a pretty far piece the way we're having to go to get where we're going. So I kind of bummed about that, because when we originally ran the miles on this load, it was only 1,100 miles, but all the little extra routes we had to take really lengthened this out, so it added about 400 miles to this trip. But that is what it is. Just gotta roll on down and get her done. So, beautiful morning up here. I've never been up into this part of the country before. I've run below here a lot, but I've never been up this far north. I'm actually kind of surprised. It's a really nice country up here. Lots of trees, smells nice. You know, air's real clean. I really like it. I mean, I think I could vacation here. I don't know that I'd live here. I mean, I'm kind of attached to living in Montana, but you know, it's I definitely wouldn't mind spending some time here. I may actually look at doing that here one of these days. Kind of get to see the area. It's a real comfortable place up here. I like it. All right, we are loaded and on our way. So now the clock's ticking down. We got some good miles to run today. The GPS is acting a little funny, so I don't have a exact fix on miles because it wants me to kind of go down one way, do a U-turn, come back and do some weird stuff like that. I know my route, so all I gotta do is stick to my route, but just kind of let's see how many that shaves off. It says I got 1,428 to go to deliver, but I don't think it's quite that many. We'll just have to see. I think a lot of those are going to get shaved down. I just won't know until we get past that point. Well, good morning, everybody. We're getting off to kind of a late start today. I got up, the roads up there were really, really rough yesterday. And I got up this morning and started to move, and my body said, nuh-uh, not happening. And those of you that don't know, I mean, I broke my back in a car accident a couple of years ago, and I messed up my knees pretty good in the Navy. So sometimes I don't move so good.
Turn right on Blackhawk Boulevard.
We got on there, got fuel this morning, got the truck weighed, found out, even though, I mean, I was only 40,700 pounds, but we only got the permit for 40,000 pounds on the trailer. So I had to move the machine back about a foot to get it right, which is why I'm all sweaty right now. So I just got done doing that. So we got the machine moved, and now we're all set to go. I just getting through this little over the river and through the woods route they got us running here at the oversized right at the Illinois-Wisconsin border to get around this construction on 39. Well, good morning, everybody. Yeah, that's my truck in the shop with the hood up. And been in here actually since Sunday. I'm in Champlain, Illinois right now. Going down the road, truck all of a sudden lost power, started, the jakes quit working and couldn't figure out what was going on. Had no idea, so went over to the cat dealer first. They couldn't help me over there. They just, were too far out, so they sent me over here to JX Peterbilt. So Blue's in here right now. We pulled the head off yesterday and started looking around through her and found out that one of the jakes had flat out broken too. So that's what we're in here getting fixed. They ordered all the parts and we're actually able to get everything overnight. So this is that jake. You can see where it's split right in two. And there again, there's the rocker shaft that's broken. So this is the bolt that was the culprit here. What happened is just the last little bit of that bolt in there broke off in the head, and it caused the end to come up, which in turn caused the end of this to break off, which caused this to break off because nothing was holding it down. But luckily, it did mess up the rocker arms here, so we're going to replace 3 of these rocker arms. But this set here is still fine, and the camshaft fortunately survived. We didn't have any issues with the cam, so I dodged a major bullet on there, and I actually limped it over here about 30 miles, so I got really lucky on that because we just didn't know what was going on wrong with it. I mean, I thought it was going to be something a lot simpler than this, but we'll see here. He's getting ready to start getting them valve covers pulled back off. We had to put them back on and pull it outside last night so I could sleep out there. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, that if you look right there, that's the piece of the bolt that broke off. And I got to hand it to Clyde, the mechanic here. He was able to get that bolt backed out of the head with just a couple of screwdrivers and a pair of pliers and a chisel, and I was just able to ease that thing back out of there real nice and easy. You did a fine job of that, so good there. Hopefully going to get her fixed up this morning and I can get back on the road, actually make some good miles today. I'd like to make it at least, across Ohio, maybe a little bit further. So we'll have to see. I mean, I'm still kind of worried because I'm going to be up against a wall at Curfew going through Indy, so we'll see what happens there. Well, hello everybody. It is Tuesday afternoon, just getting back on the road after getting the truck fixed here. And wow, it is running so much better. I'm just amazed. I mean, it was running actually fairly good before, but it's running a whole lot better now. Which I had the overhead all run on it and everything, so that tightens everything up, gets everything running really good. But I think we'd had this problem with the jake for a while, and I haven't tried jaking with it yet, but I know that running with it right now, the thing is, it's running really good. Making a lot more power than it was, so it looks like it was due for that. I'm just You know, it kind of sucks that it had to happen. It cost me about $3,000 to get it out the door, but I think they did a good job of fixing it. The guys who worked on it, they both seemed really knowledgeable. I had this work done at JX Peterbilt. They're in Urbana, Illinois, and you know, the cat dealership sent me over there, recommended I go to them, so that's where I went. And both the mechanics that worked on it, they're real knowledgeable. Their names were Cliff and John. And it looks to me like they got two really good techs in there. So if you guys are running 74 through Albania and you need to get motor work done to your truck, I would strongly recommend this dealership over there. Everybody is real friendly, easy to deal with. They got me done, got me out of there, and it was a reasonable price. And they did it, you know, it was actually relatively fast. They had me, I think, within, you know, an hour and a half of showing up there. My truck was in the shop, whereas Kenworth told me it'd be, you know, 4 or 5 days before they could see me. They had me in the shop within an hour and a half, got the truck in, got hammering on it, figured out what the issue was, got parts ordered here, had parts here the next morning, and boom, we were on our way. So overall, I mean, even though it sucks breaking down, I'm happy with the experience there. So that was a good deal. Right now we're 764 from delivery. It is locally 4:17 p.m. I'm looking at probably, it's going to be Thursday morning before I'm out there thinking about delivering this machine. So I need to get as far as I can tonight, though, because I need to get out the other side of Indy. I've got to stop and get some food here because we've both been getting hungry all day. Dexter's been kind of pawing at me, being like, hey, dude, you know, it's that time. And I'm like, hey, sorry, there's nothing here yet. I took an Uber down. I actually took my first Uber ride yesterday. Went over to Dairy Queen and we got ice cream and we got burgers. So he was happy about that. So in a little bit here, we're going to go get some pizza. Every time I say these words, I just see his eyes and his ears perk up like, oh, yeah. So that's what we got happening. I'm real happy with how the truck's running now, though. I mean, getting on the interstate, I'm about 97,000 pounds right now. And got out there, got on it pretty hard coming up the on-ramp just to see how it was going to perform. And she just right on up it. So we'll see. Running across 68 in Maryland there is going to be a really good test. We'll be flogging it a little bit on that for sure and seeing how it pulls. I mean, granted, I'm not that heavy on this one, but it'll still be a good test to see for how well the truck's pulling. So I'm looking forward to that, kind of just to see what a difference it makes. But it's sure running so much smoother now. I'm real happy about that. So this has apparently been a problem for a while now that's just been getting slowly worse. Well, hey everybody, I'm in Ohio this morning. It is Wednesday, about noon local time, and we're sitting here just crawling along at 55 miles an hour, going out of my mind, being fucking bored. I got a driving award earlier because I forgot that in Ohio, when you have an oversize, you have to do 55, and with, you know, I read my permits and everything, did everything I'm supposed to do on Friday when I got them, but everything with the truck breaking down, I completely forgot about it. I was just focused on getting this load delivered, running hard, get it off, go get on to the next one, and start making up some ground for all the money I just spent. So I got pulled over, got roped for going 17 miles an hour over the limit. Not very happy about it right now. There's going to be another video to follow. Because quite frankly, I'm just getting tired of the way that we as truckers get treated out here. And where I'm at, you know, I'm a 12-year veteran of this industry now. I am one of the top tiers. You know, I know what I'm doing. I'm good at what I'm doing. I'm a very safe driver. And yeah, I'm at that point where I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of these government fuckheads that treat us like they do and act like we're a bunch of incompetent, you know, assholes that are out here tearing up the road, when that's not the case. It's, you know, it's a lot of the newer people that are brought into this industry by a lot of these mega carriers that are screwing it all up, and the rest of us are getting the blame. And I don't like that very much. So haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet. I've got some thoughts percolating right now, but there are going to be videos to come about it. And it's going to be directed probably to the court, to the judge, to the governor. And I'm probably going to send it to every legislator in Ohio and maybe see if we can get something done about it. Because, you know, quite frankly, when you tell a truck that it has to go slower than the rest of the traffic, you're just endangering people's lives, especially when that truck's an oversize. Because what people don't realize is when you're oversized, a lot of times you have to hang one side or the other of the road. You don't run right down the middle. Right now, I'm driving the right side of the lane. I'm pushed over here pretty far. The bucket of the machine I'm hauling is hanging out over the white stripe. That means if there's anything on the shoulder, well, I have to be ready to jump into that other lane. If I'm doing 70 miles an hour and everyone else is doing 70 miles an hour, that's not a problem. But when I'm doing 55 miles an hour and everyone else is doing 70 miles an hour and I need to get over, it doesn't happen. So I'm sitting here facing this situation. Do I push a car out of the way on this side, or do I hit the car that's on the shoulder if I get into one of those situations where I don't have enough room in my lane? It's a real problem, and it really puts people's lives in jeopardy. And most of the time, what I wind up having to doing is, you know, either slamming on the brakes, which causes, you know, increases the possibility of an accident, or I have to push the car that's in this lane over because I can't push this one. It's broke down or stopped. So, you know, which person do I plan on hitting? You know, which accident should I cause? That's the question that I have, you know, when I get into that situation, because, you know, I can't get over because traffic's coming at me too fast. And so do I accelerate to that speed? Do I have to be looking that far down the road? It's kind of a no-win situation that really just pisses me off. I mean, you know, I'd forgotten about it. Normally, I mean, I would have run about 65. Probably just run about 65 miles an hour, and it's 10 over. Not a problem. I wasn't even thinking about it today. I'm 70. I was doing 70. And he said he clocked me at 72. I think I was doing 70. But as it were, it's a moot point. It just is thoroughly enervating to me that it's even an issue, because with right now, like, I am 97,000 pounds right now, I think. I have enough axles and brakes on the ground for 140, 150,000. It's not like I can't stop this thing. It's not like I'm driving some death trap that I'm going to plow into the people ahead of me at, you know, 70 miles an hour versus 55. There's no real difference. The other factor that really just bothers me is at 55 miles an hour, I start to fall asleep at the wheel. I do. I just start to get bored. I just start to go out of my mind with boredom, and pretty soon I have to stop because I am tired, no matter how much sleep I've got the night before. It's just stupidity. And this is government thinking that they're making our lives safer, but instead what they're doing is it's an overly educated, useless person that has gone out there and said, I know more than a trucker how to do their job, so we need to write a regulation that tells them how to do things. And that's the problem with our government today. You know, I can see, you know, someone's out here driving recklessly, they're not minding their lane, you know, they're weaving in and out of traffic, they're tailgating someone else. Yeah, those people should get messed with, but I don't see those things getting done because, you know, for the people that are writing the tickets, it's the path of the least resistance. It's what's the easiest to prove. And I see people that drive horribly out here. You know, I've got a video that I'm working on putting together for quite a while that I'm probably going to try and get put out with this. And what that video is, it's the Idiot Driver Olympics. I've got dash cam footage, car after car after car, that I've had a close call with that has almost wrecked into me. And, you know, now I've got all that footage compiled. You know, none of them I had accidents with. They're all where, because I was a good driver, because I was paying attention, didn't have the accident. Whereas, you know, at 55, it becomes a real risk to me just because my attentiveness goes down. There's nothing I can do about it. I have to really force myself hard to stay active and attentive to what's going, because I get tired, I get sleepy. You know, you stick me in a situation like in California running north-south on I-5, where you got to run 55 all the time, and by the end of the day, I'm falling asleep at the wheel. I have a real hard time driving 7 or 8 hours, let alone driving the full 11. And that's just what it is. It turns into monotony, and monotony makes you tired. And it's very frustrating to me that someone will think that just because they went to college, got a degree, got into government, and they have the ability to write a regulation, that they are going to make things safer, when the truth is just the opposite. This is the real problem we have with government today, is government has become too far-reaching with people who think they know better, who don't actually know better. And of course they say, well, we did a study. Well, I don't give a crap about what your study is. I know what the reality of the situation is. I don't care what your study says. Your study came up with one answer. That answer was not reality. You know, and this is the language that they use to try and baffle us with their bullshit. Why they say that we need these regulations that we don't. And it's just being micromanaged by a government entity, and it just pisses me off. So I'm going to go. I'm going to pay the ticket. I'm just not going to come back to Ohio for a long time. I won't spend any money here. I'm going to drive right on through. I'm not going to patronize any of the businesses here. Right on out the other side. And I can guarantee you, when it comes time for me to, you know, take vacations, do things like that, it won't be in Ohio. See, now here's a classic example of exactly what I'm talking about. Fortunately, the dash cam's full right now. We've got a vehicle broke down on the side of the road here. I'm coming up across this vehicle. I've got this Ford F350 that almost rammed himself into the back of my trailer because I changed lanes to come over and make sure that I didn't hit this vehicle that's on the side of the road here. Now I've got this guy who's going to come up angry, and here he comes, and he's storming on by, and he's flipping me off in a truck that I don't know that he even owns. He's got a dealer sticker in the window. But that's the type of stuff that we have to deal with out here. And it's just stupid making a truck go this speed. It's just absolute stupidity. And anyone who thinks that this is a good idea is an absolute moron. They're a fuck-headed idiot. Well, guys, this is kind of a somber moment for me. I'm just now getting into West Virginia, about 5 miles from where I was trying to be on Saturday night. That's how far behind this little breakdown put me. I should have been where I am right now Saturday night. So it's kind of one of those things that just makes you go, ugh, because now it's Wednesday afternoon right now. So I'm a good long ways behind where I wanted to be. That's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I'm 4 days behind. Not feeling the best about that, you know. Spent a bunch of money getting the truck fixed. Now I'm running way behind, you know, having to order parts. It's just, you know, of course, it's sometimes how it goes in this business. But it's always when you have to do something like that, it'll just kind of eat at you. So, as it were, though, I'm only 311 miles away now. I should make it all the way into Baltimore tonight, no problem. I'm not planning on really stopping for anything. We're just going to tool on over there. But kind of sucks running behind like this. You really want to get in there, get the load off, get on to the next one, get in, get the load off, get on to the next one. And having problems like this, you just don't make no money. Oh, hey everybody. I'm sitting out here right now in Baltimore. Got out here, well, I didn't make it all the way here last night because you can't roll in after curfew. But I got as close as I could get and parked it there for the night, and then rolled in here this morning, got the machine washed, stopped a couple of leaks on it, and we're just sitting here waiting for our escort to get into the port right now. So been here for about probably 30 minutes now or so, just kind of hanging out, holding on, and hopefully get out of here pretty quick. Got to get through the port there, and then don't know what we're doing after this, but once we get delivered over here at the port, that's going to be the end of the episode. So we'll be on to the next one from there. I know I threw all 3 of these loads together in this one just because I kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of how things, you know, go throughout the course of a week, and they're all real short hauls. So by stacking them together, you kind of got to see how we did the 1, 2, 3. Last night where I parked out there at the Pilot, made a friend out there, just pulled in, and got this Blue Kenworth there, real nice guy. We started talking, you know, kind of hanging out, went in and grabbed some dinner and everything, made a new friend. So he's from Nebraska, and I'm from Montana, so we're not that far away from each other, which I have a lot of family from Nebraska, so it's kind of funny. I got a lot of history out there. So we just kind of hung out last night, talked trucks. He's got a 94 as well that used to be red, which is funny because red's a 94, and so that was kind of funny for me that, you know, we both kind of had the same truck there, except his has got a flat top sleeper on it, but his is painted blue now. So, but yeah, we're just hanging out and waiting and doing our thing, and hopefully we can get in here, get this thing kicked off pretty quick. I mean, this is the worst part is the waiting, just kind of waiting to get it done. So I hope we can make it happen real fast.